What's up, everybody? Rothstein here, Betting Public Sports Show. I'm your beloved host, Fame Rothstein, a.k.a. Michael Snackson. Today is Wednesday, April 8th, 2026. Please like, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, share the video. All right, little heads up. Saturday morning, you should have a video directly that's all sports betting advice that day, okay? Saturday morning, depending on what time you get up, you'll wake up to it, all right? So make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know, okay, when I release a video. But let's get right to it because, happy birthday to my older brother, Daryl. Today is his birthday. He's a retired city employee, the fire department to be exact, but nonetheless, shout out to him. Happy birthday, Daryl. Now, let's get right into it because apparently some kind of chicanery is going on with some NFL reporting. NFL Insider, I'm not sure who she actually works for on this date, so we'll just call her a well-known insider. That woman is Diana Russini, who is married to one of the suits of the chain restaurant Shake Shack. She's married to one of the top executives there. And she has been photographed and videos, or at least photographs, of some pretty intimate public displays of affection with the New England Patriots head coach, Matt Vrabel, who himself is a married individual. Forgot his wife's name, but he's married as well. So these two people who are married to other people were out on a vacation together with public displays of affection, on their vacation. There's a lot of questions to be asked. I always say these questions and more will be on the next episode of Soap. These questions might take to the next 2-3 episodes of Soap. Okay, because we got a lot to unpack there. First of all, you two are married to other people. As an employer, can you openly trust somebody that's that blatantly disrespectful of their own marriage? So can you trust them to do their job for you properly? I mean, basically, Matt Vrabel is the store manager at Walmart. Will the Walmart suits, meaning the NFL, the Patriots, Bob Kraft and his trusted team of advisors, will they still trust Matt Vrabel? Can they still trust him? Middle management is what he is. Diana Russini, same thing. Can you trust her? But with her, it's a little deeper, pardon the pun, because it's like, can you trust her reporting? If you can't trust them as an individual, can you trust their reporting? Because there's a video out there of, it appeared that Matt Vrabel looked out for her in her career, giving her inside scoop information while he was the Titans head coach, and that she used something involving C.J. Stroud. She leaked something about C.J. Stroud on the draft day of the year he was drafted, that a team was going to move up to get him. I forget the exact situation, but it definitely appears that Vrabel and the Titans helped her out on that one. And like I said, it involved C.J. Stroud, so I think it involved, a team moving up to draft C.J. Stroud. Like, Vrabel told her this was going to happen, things like that. But see, this is what goes on. This is why, well, let me tell you this story. When I worked in journalism, there was a fellow writer, I'm not going to say her name. She was young, fresh out of college, 22, 23 years old. And, we're talking, we're all just kind of talking on some free time, me, her, a couple other employees, copy editors and things like that. And she tells us this story of while she was in college, in J school, they call it, journalism class. She had a professor who had his, he worked in the media somehow at one point. This was a male guy. He told her and her female students, he told the whole class, like, if you're a female, this was verbatim, if you're a female, sleep your way to the top if you have to. Bring knee pads. I'm not saying, trust me, I'm not just bringing that up to talk shit or nothing. These were her exact words from her professor to the class. Sleep your way to the top if you have to, and bring knee pads to work. Yeah. And apparently that looks like what Miss Russini might be doing. Because that's a fine line of very unethical behavior. That a reporter sleeping with one of their subjects or potential subjects, interviewees, the Patriots coach, Vrabel, is Diana Russini, sucking golf balls through garden hoses to get information on him and his team and things like that. Because Mike Vrabel, no matter what, the only thing they're going to say bad about him is that he's cheating on his wife. And because he's a guy, they might flip it and make him to be the realest of villains. But no, Russini's the villain. Because her behavior is unethical to her husband and to the journalism profession. And remember, we did a video about this some time ago. I'm going to say it was at least a year ago. No more than 2 years ago, but it was like in the last year or two where I was talking about that. Look at all the scandals at ESPN between the former jocks and well-paid analysts that were former jocks or members of a sport that were getting involved with the lower employees, the lower level off-screen employees, the production assistants, camera operators, things like that at ESPN, getting in sexual stuff with them. Remember I said that if your girl works at a place like that, she's getting fucked. Especially if she looks good. She's getting fucked by those athletes. Why? Because they got a bag and they still got egos. So they still think they can get any woman they want. And they got the money to try to swore, to get them draws. Whether you like it or not. Whether if he's on one of those channels, he's a former jock or a former executive like Steve Phillips on ESPN. He was like a former GM. I mean, hell, just most recently, look at the Fox News or Fox Sports FS1 lawsuit. The makeup artist saying that Skip Bayless, told her he could make her life, basically improve her lifestyle if she, sleep with him. You see what I'm saying? Like all that kind of stuff. You know, Russini, she's just, yeah, she loses that, but that's what I'm just saying. If your wife, your woman, you know, your daughter works around those kind of people, she's getting fucked by them. So, you know, you don't want your girl working there. There's no way you can have that much trust. Don't work there, because trust me, somebody done piped. One of them jock niggas piped. All right? But Russini, I find her to be very unethical in sleeping with a coach. Because I know he's using, you know, there's no way she's not taking him and getting, you know, useful information out of him, you know, to help boost her career. You understand? What do you think? Do you find that behavior to be a little unethical of her? Do you think that college professor I referenced earlier in this video, think he was a little unethical saying that to his students? But you know, just like on The Sopranos, what was that guy? I think he was the principal of the boarding school they were trying to send AJ to, or he was something involving AJ Soprano, and he ended up having sex with Carmela, and and he like repented it instantly. It might have been the priest. He was like, you use your only power against me, your pussy against me. The only power you have over me, or something like that. So should a woman? What do you think about, telling women to sleep their way to the top if you have to? Is that necessary for women to do still in 2026? I don't know. The answer to these questions and more on the next episode of Soap. Make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll holler at you. Peace.